Hello, this is Arjuna Ardagh, and I'm very excited. It's the end of April right now, 2013. In just a few days, my novel, The Last Laugh, is reaching its publication date with Hay House. This is a pre-release copy I've got here. This is absolutely my favorite book. I've written a lot of books, and this is the one that I'm most proud of, most excited about, feel most yummy about. So I'm going to read to you today as a kind of book launch party, cyber book launch party. I'll tell you a little bit about the story. It's about a guy called Matt Thompson who is really down on his luck. He's lost his wife and his kids and his job and his money and his house and everything. He's kind of completely down on his luck. He's about to commit suicide at the beginning of the book, but he meets a teacher, a retired merchant marine named Joey Murphy. And Joey guides him on a kind of incredible adventure for 10 days, telling Matt that he'll teach him everything he needs to know about how to rebuild his life, but Matt's going to have to really be on board. So this is towards the end of the 10 days, and it takes place in a restaurant when they've been driving together and they pull over, and this is what happens in the restaurant. So this is chapter 21 of The Last Laugh. So relax, make yourself comfortable. This chapter is called Chocolate Chip Cheesecake. "Pull over here," said Joey. I was surprised at his choice. The Terrace is a fashionable upmarket restaurant, about 40 minutes out of town, just off the road. It has magnificent views of the surrounding canyon, thickly covered with trees. The walls on all sides are glass, floor to ceiling, with no interior walls, so wherever you sit, you feel like you're flying over a forest. Joey strode into the restaurant, straight past the sign requesting guests to wait to be seated, with the air of a man who has just bought the whole place. He stopped at a table where a couple in their 50s were dining with a young man and woman. The young man looked impatient, brewing a fight for later. Had to be their son. The resemblance was striking. The older woman was obviously disapproving of everything. The younger woman looked nervous, fiddling with a diamond ring, ready to do handstands at the drop of a hat if that would help her chances of being accepted. Must be the prospective daughter-in-law. "Are you enjoying your lunch?" Joey asked the elder lady. She assented dismissively, but that did not dissuade Joey. "How are the fries?" he went on. "They're just fine, thank you," the woman replied curtly. "Yep," said Joey. "I like 'em crispy. Now you look like the kind of woman who's never going to be happy in a restaurant." Everyone at the table tightened. "Because I bet you know you could always do better at home." The woman's manner changed completely. She looked up into Joey's eyes as though he were announcing himself as her long-lost brother. On he went. "I can tell a good cook a mile away because all the men in her life look well-fed and well-loved. You could put those fries to shame any day of the week, couldn't you?" She flushed. Joey bent down and took a couple of fries from her plate and put them in his mouth. She looked up at him in wonder and pushed the plate towards him in case he wanted more. "She's got a world of good things to teach you, my dear," he said to the younger woman. "She knows the secrets to making a man happy." He did that funny thing with his eyebrow. The younger woman leapt into an animated monologue as though she'd been waiting for her cue at a school play. "Oh, yes, Maud is a wonderful cook." She flashed a nervous smile at Maud and giggled. "Dan loves his mother so much, and I feel so lucky to be joining his family. She's also a really wonderful seamstress." Joey moved on, leaving the table in electrified confusion. His next stop was a table where an overweight couple was sitting with their 5 overweight children, all fighting indiscriminately among themselves. Both parents looked exhausted, with each other, with the whole chaos they'd landed for themselves. The man was wearing a very loud sweatshirt with Christmas greetings blazing from it in neon letters in every language known to man. "Now that, sir, is a magnificent garment," said Joey. The wife beamed as if to say, "See, I knew it was a good choice." The kids stopped and stared up at Joey in fascination. "Your dad is a great man," Joey went on. I admire him more than," he made big eyes at the oldest child, only about 8, "Superman." The child took a sudden, sharp in-breath. "Make very, very sure," Joey bent towards the child in a conspiratorial whisper, "that you do everything he tells you to do. That's important. if your mission here on earth is to succeed." The father straightened his back and knitted his brows, trying to remember where he had met Joey before, obviously coming up with nothing. "And," Joey went on, looking at the wife, "he's easily the best-dressed man in this whole joint." She shuddered a little and looked rapturous. And so we finally found ourselves an empty table right in the middle of the restaurant and sat down. Joey looked back at the 5 kids and waved. The table near the entrance where Joey had taken the fries was by now bubbling with animated laughter. "Ah," said Joey, "God, I love humanity." Well, that, dear friends, is a little section from my book, The Last Laugh. Available now on Amazon and on Kindle and on iBooks and, of course, in your local independent bookstore as well. And I would really love it if you would immediately buy yourself a copy, because it's my favorite book and it's going to make a world of difference to me if everyone on the planet reads it, and you could make your own little contribution by buying one today. So there we are, The Last Laugh by me, Arjuna Ardagh, and I hope you'll enjoy the rest of it. See you later.